Oh man, most of you only know me to be an educator, the one who leads, the one who handles school discipline, attendance, community engagement, always showing up for everybody else, solving problems, and just serving. And let me be clear, that work has always been from the heart. Being a mother, a wife, a daughter, to whomever, whatever is needed. Service through the heart, that's who I am. But what people didn't see is how much of myself I was pouring into all of it. So much that somewhere along the way, I forgot about me. Not intentionally, not because I didn't care, but because when you are constantly showing up for everybody else, you don't always realize when you stop showing up for yourself. But then grief hit me. And I'll be honest, I didn't think it would hit me the way it did. Because life was moving, things were going well. Not perfect, but well. I was always doing what I've always done, leading, serving, showing up, being that wife, being that mother. So in my mind, I thought I was a little invincible to anything else. But grief doesn't ask you when you're ready, or even if you're ready. It doesn't care how strong you are or how much responsibility you carry. It will meet you right where you are. And boom, it met me. I realized something I hadn't faced before. I didn't have an outlet. I didn't have a way to handle grief. And this grief, it wasn't going to be as easy as to just keep moving. I didn't have a space that was just for me to process, to breathe, to just be human without expectation. And I needed that. Not to separate from who I am, but to remain whole within while going through so that I could be who I am. Because I am not just my title, I am not just my responsibility, I am not just what I do for others. I am a whole person. And many of you have heard me say, I am that I am that I am. And that's where the chunky neck craze came from. The chunky neck craze was born out of grief, but not in a broken way, in a rebuilding way, in a way that said, I need something that belongs to Shavana, to Nobi, to Dr. C. All of that's me. So now I create. And I create these videos because many of you just don't believe that these hands can create because you're so used to seeing what you've seen from me. Beyond what you've always known, I guess I figured out I could do more. Outside of the school system, outside of community engagement, outside of alternative programs, outside of school discipline, outside of being mommy, outside of being wifey. This is me being present, being creative, being whole. And what's amazing is this. If you had asked me 6 months ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, if these hands could create what you saw today, what you see any day coming forward, I'd laugh. I would laugh, a real laugh, because I didn't see it in me. I didn't see and I didn't know that these hands could create so many beautiful and meaningful things. Something for babies, for adults, for men and women. Something that brings comfort and peace and joy. But here we are. And now I choose to share it with you and you and you and all of you. Not because I've left who I've always been, but because I've added to who I am. So for those who may be watching thinking, she's kind of a little bit crazy, you're right. I've gone the chunky knit crazy. Because I made a decision to take care of me while still being who I've always been called to be. I didn't separate. I didn't walk away. I became whole. So yeah, I guess you can say I went a little bit crazy by adding something else to my toolbox. Because in this space, I have found my peace. I have found my restoration. I have found my joy. And that's real. Real as real life with the chunky chick who loves the chunky knit. And you get to see and be a part of all of it. Who's the chunky chick? It's me, of course, Dr. C. I'm the chunky chick who loves the chunky knit. and you have been invited to be a part of my chunky knitting craze. Check out www.thechunkyknitcraze.com for all of my greatest creations. And there's more to come. Trust me, I keep building and I keep growing. Join me and grow along with me. It's the Chunky Knit Craze. Real life with the chunky chick who loves the chunky knit. Who's the chunky chick? Me, Dr. C.